Hi, I'm Mike S. We're going to be talking today about the CAGED method for understanding how to play the guitar. CAGED to start with is kind of a simple concept. It's the easiest way to get going on the guitar because the guitar is very complicated. There's lots of different fingerings for the major scales, and you should learn how to do all of those. But starting with CAGED is the best route because it's the simplest route. So CAGED refers to your first five, what I refer to as your campfire chords. That would be your C chord, your A, G, E, and your D. But you have to learn how to bar all of these. Once you've got the bar down, then you can start putting them in the same keys. So to make the bar, think about making all of those chords with different fingers. In other words, you have to have your first finger would be the nut. So I have to make the C chord like this. So what that means is then a C chord, then you can bring it up 2 frets and you can make the C shape like this. Now, that's actually a D chord, but it's the C shape. When we think about the shape, okay, C, then the next one's going to be the A chord, which is this. So you would think about playing it like this, with your first finger playing the 5th string. You bring it up 2 frets, and you have the A shape. It's really a B chord, but it's the A shape. Okay, C, A. Now we have the G chord. I usually don't make it that way when I make the chord shape. I'll make it like this with my 4th finger. And imagine my first finger barring this and just don't play the 1st string. So then when I move that up 2 frets, we have actually an A chord, but it's still the G shape. Next one's the E chord. Again, we're going to play it with different fingers. So we have this, we have the bar. You all pretty much know that one, I'm sure. So let's put that on the 3rd fret, slide the bar up, and we have the E-shaped G chord. It's a G chord, but it's the E shape. So no matter where I put this, it's the E shape, the E shape, the E shape, the E shape. Alright, E shape, C. And then the last one is the D chord. So there's your D chord. But then what you want to do is put your first finger just on the 4th string is where the root is on this one. This is on the 4th string. Move it up 2 frets. We have this. It's actually an E chord, but it's a D shape. So those are your CAGED chords. Now, what you need to do is you need to put these together in one key. So remember CAGED is C-A-G-E-D, but it always wraps around. If you started on the A chord, then the next one would be the C, then the E, then the D, then the C. I didn't say that right. It would be the A, the G, the E, and the D, and then back to the C. So it always wraps around. If you started on the D chord, it would be the next one would be the C shape. I'll show you what I mean in a second. So we're going to start with the key of G, and on the key of G, we're going to start it down here with the E-shaped G chord. So this is your E shape. We're starting in the low end of the neck. G is usually a pretty easy key for most guitar players. So this is the E-shaped G chord. So after E comes D. So D shape comes off the 4th string. By the way, this one roots off the 6th string. And the D shape roots off the 4th string, which is an octave to that. Okay. So then we have the D-shaped G chord. D-shaped G chord. Next one is going to be your C-shaped G chord. It roots off of the 5th string, off of a pinky. C-shaped G chord. C-shaped. Next one roots off the same note, but it's a different shape. It's your A shape. It's your A-shaped G chord. And then your last one is your G-shaped G chord. And this one, again, I'm making it with my pinky. It's easier to do than make it. I mean, you can make it like this, but it's, it's just kind of hard to make. The shape of it that you have to get in your mind's eye is the most important thing. So there's your G-shaped G chord. So once again, we got E shape, D shape, C shape, A shape, and your G shape. Now you begin to notice that two of them root off of the sixth string, which is your E shape and your G shape. Those two root off of the sixth string. Two of them root off of the fifth string, which is your C shape and your A shape. And one of them roots off of the fourth string. Now, if you want to be a better guitar player, I should really start everything with naming notes. You need to know the names of your notes, and start with octaves. Get a G, there's a G there, then there's a G there. Then you go off the fifth string, there's a G there, a G, and a G. So start there and do like A flats the next day. Where are my A flat notes? Where's my A notes? You know, this type of thing. Keep naming them. And try to get to the point where you can do something like this. That's an E flat, that's an E, that's an A flat, that's a G, that's a D, that's an A, that's an F sharp, that's a B, that's a C. So you can get to know the notes quickly. If you want to play jazz well, you really need to know the notes. So that's the first step in the CAGED thing. You want to get to the point where you can play these fairly quickly in any key. For example, the key of D would start down here on this end of the neck with the D note. You got to know what the note is. So D, that's your C shape, A shape, G shape, E shape, D shape. That's the key of D. And the next lesson will cover how to play the scales with these shapes. The CAGED method is all-inclusive. All of your scales, all of your modes, all of your arpeggios are within these shapes. And it's particularly important when playing over jazz to play over the chord. Always playing over the chord that you're on, and the shape is right underneath your hand, kind of like a piano player. A piano player, he's got a chord, boom, and he plays over the chord. It's kind of the same with guitar, but you got to know what the chord is and the arpeggio and the shape, and it's all in the CAGED system. It's real neat and lines up great. But again, you want to try to explore all the different ways to play scales. It's important. All right, that's it for this one. See you on the next one, and we'll explore the scales.